Luigi.
So
One of the voices Legion is probably going to be using several times throughout this cast. But actually, I believe the game is ready to go, so we're going to be hopping into it. Game 1 is going to be Ninja and King Richard going against Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman. This is definitely going to be good. And for those who are just joining us, if you don't know the format of this tournament, it's going to be basically you see them all on the same team. Now, it might be kind of confusing. How are they playing against each other on the same team? Well, obviously, they can't kill each other. There is no sabotage allowed in this tournament, although people have hinted they maybe want that in the future. Who knows? It could make things interesting, but at least for now, it's not going to be the case. But the way it works is it's based upon kills. We play 2 rounds. Whoever has the most kills, according to those 2 rounds accumulative, is in fact going to carry the win and move on, and whoever has the less is going to move on or move down to the loser bracket. But already off the start, what are we looking at, guys?
it's looking like a hot tilted drop here for nobody.
Yep. Yeah. So
Nobody.
So that's the
Nobody.
thing, right? We tilted. We see everybody go tilted so much when they stream, right? But at least in these tournaments, from what I noticed last time, is they like to play it safe. So right now we're going to see a retail road drop there from Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman. They're sticking together at least in the beginning. Ninja and King Richard might in fact be going over to Lucky Landing. That's kind of their spot that they really enjoy going to, especially Ninja himself. But you won't see a lot of tilted unless you need to make clutch plays. For example, in the previous tournament, right? Ninja and King Richard were down at least 6 kills whenever they were playing off against FaZe. King Richard goes down early, and I don't think he picked up a kill there, but Ninja managed to come through and get 23 insane kills back-to-back from going tilted. It's a high-risk, high-reward area to go to. So.
Exactly, and especially if it's early on in this tournament, you're not in the loser's bracket.
Exactly.
There's really no need to be landing somewhere that's going to be so populated.
100%.
So these retail rows, obviously going to be running into quite a few teams here off the drop, but you're looking to just kind of slowly make your way in so you're not automatically down at the beginning of a match.
100%, and we already see a player, Tim the Tatman, actually getting a kill. Tim going big. There you go, Allie. I know you're feeling good about that.
He hasn't fallen down yet.
No
so
build
he's
yet.
Still in this. He's still in this until we see a mountain in that safe zone. I feel like we're doing really well. I mean, three complete kills already. Like he's the man to watch right now. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And just we'll get the scoreboard frequently throughout this, and we'll be able to see, of course, how even they are and how close they are in kills overall. But Dr. Lupo, of course, he's getting a knock himself. He looks like he's going for the second knock. He manages to get it. So that's at least, what, going to be 4 kills now. You're looking at it. And, of course, whenever he gets it, that's going to be up to 6 for Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman already.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting off extremely strong here, and then that's what you get, though, versus Lucky. I mean, they didn't have too many people land with them, at least the start for Ninja and King Richard. But that retail road drop, they've got more people to kill, but then again, they might not be as fully looted as Ninja and Richard will be. I mean, look at their shields right now. They're running 200 almost across the board for both of them. So whenever they do encounter somebody, they'll be set.
So that's one of the things that we talked about frequently through our last tournament was, of course, you can do what Ninja King Richard did, right? They kind of spawned a little bit further out. They are getting lots of mats. Yeah, their shields are up. And you're already seeing a 6-0 quick lead for the guys of Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman. But there comes a point where you got to find a balance because there's a lot of RNG, right? If you go out and you maybe spawn over in a least spawn area where a lot of players aren't going to be, yeah, you'll get matched. You'll get some great loot, but you're not going to get the kills.
Exactly.
And if your opponents that you're playing don't pick up any kills, sure, it works out for you. You're great. You're coming in. You can pick off the stragglers. But most importantly, though, if, like, for example, we're seeing now Dr. Lupo and Tim Tatman, they already have a 6-0 lead, right?
Yeah, that's
so. There's
exactly.
There's a
and
risk
half the
versus
lobby's
reward.
already gone.
Definitely risk versus reward. I feel like landing in more populated areas like retail or like tilted definitely give you that edge as far as the kills go, but it could be terrifying whenever you have 3 full teams that are charging you all at the same time and decide to make you their target. It can be horrifying in that situation. So I feel like they definitely won it this time. I mean, they definitely 7 kills already on the board. They did it.
Yeah, and I mean, Ninja's already got a SCAR. He's got, which is I feel like is one of the most underrated guns, is that scoped AR is just so much fun to use. I like to just get those pop shots off. Hopefully, if your opponent, you're getting that head glitch from build to build. Sure. If you dink them twice, I mean, their shields are already gone, even if they're 200 max. So, yeah, I love to see that.
And apparently they just buffed that scoped AR actually to where if you aim in, it's going to be like a 100% hit rate, I think, is if you're aiming in. So
it's nasty.
It definitely, if you know how to use it. Allie, are you a fan of it?
I'm a huge fan of the scoped AR.
Okay.
I feel like it's so underrated. So many people just don't give it a chance, and it's their fault for not giving it a chance because then they don't melt like obviously all 3 of us do whenever we're playing, because that scoped AR really really helps out.
Wow, you saw the scoreboard just pop up already, 9-4, and not to mention too, Dr. Lupo is rocking that the jetpack.
Yeah, he is dominating with that jetpack right now.
And he is, but he does take some massive damage, and hopefully his teammate Tim is going to be able to come over there. Hopefully he doesn't build. Actually, Tim is already down.
Yeah.
Tim is down, so
Yep.
Dr. Lupo's down as well. And if you guys are watching this, of course you see King Richard Ninja is on their team, but there's no way they're going to have the ability to come through and save them. So they are currently done. Now, granted, they managed to pick up 10 total kills. We'll see if they can carry that at least going into the second round, but it's got to be scary for them. They know Ninja and King Richard is now kitted up. We talked about that a little bit. They spawned in the back. Now they're slowly pushing forward, and they're starting to get those kills. Of course, they're going to be at Loot Lake. They might not spot anybody just yet.
Does spot a player, though.
Does spot a player up top, but they are only sitting at 4 kills, but 5 kills with with at least 25 engagements left, they can easily take the lead.
Especially, I mean, if it's a 4v2 in that last battle, I mean, that's an easy comeback. As long as they manage to get a couple kills here before they do reach that hopeful final battle. I think the most frustrating thing ever would be getting so close and then ending it in like a 2v1 or something odd. So then you just come real close and then get knocked into the loser's bracket. So.
I feel like at least if they were to do that, at least they would get, within a reasonable distance if they pick up a lot of kills here. So that way going into the second round, they still have quite a bit of a chance. If they were to go down here, it would be a lot more difficult. But don't ever put it past Ninja to bring this back. He definitely has it in him to rock any teammate on his back.
Yeah, guy is an absolute animal. And for whenever it comes to Ninja, especially Tim, I mean, look, 6 kills isn't, or excuse me, King Richard and Ninja, 6 kills isn't a lot, right? I mean, they can easily come back. And even if you go into the second round 6 kills down, it's not too much if you think about it. You can easily pick up. Like we saw the scrims going before, and we saw King Richard and Ninja pick up, 21 kills between the two of them. Just in the warm-up.
Yeah, that
alone,
was an insane,
right?
Insane warm-up, which means, I mean, these guys have been already playing for, 2-3 hours probably for the day, getting warmed up for it.
Absolutely.
So they're obviously ready to go. King Richard's in the zone. I mean, he was an absolute monster when we were watching him play earlier. And
yep.
You know, they're just taking their time. They're just going to creep back in it. They know they're only. I mean, how many kills do they have combined now? It looks like.
I believe they have 5 now.
Yeah, I mean.
So the
down
thing,
5, no big deal.
The thing that they're doing differently than they did last time is, I know last time they really loved to risk it and split up a lot. So now they're sticking together, which I really like seeing because they can piggyback off of each other.
Exactly.
I think it works for them a lot more. I mean, not to put it past Ninja again, because even when they did split up, I feel like they still did a fantastic job, but I feel like this actually helps them more as a team to show off what they can do a lot.
I mean, it's insane to see just the individual confidence, right? Like, you're going into a gunfight, you're like, oh, there's 4 of them, no big deal.
Yeah.
Just what goes through a player's mind where in that scenario where they're just so confident in taking out like a whole squad? I mean, for me, if I was playing, I'd be like, hey, can I get some assistance over here? Hey, I'm just going to wait for you before we try to kill these people.
Yeah.
Right, screaming into the microphone, making call-outs here. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious to see that you have both play styles here, and it seems like they're playing together more this time, which is smart. They're playing a little more conservative off the rip.
Yeah, I like that. And now they're going to hit up Tilted. So we'll see how that's going to work out for them. I think Ninja did spot one player. He's going to have to kind of work his way around to find where that player went ultimately. But overall, I mean, they're looking pretty good. We'll see how this Tilted battle is going to get in, because there's a lot of variables that can happen in Tilted, right? It's such a close range gunfights that you be running yourself, and whiffing a lot of shots. Does manage to pick up one shot there. He's going to go ahead and go for the push. King Richard, I believe, is pushing down below, and now he's going to be getting a bit risky going inside this house, right? A lot of things can go down, but he does spot the John Wick there, manages to take him out. Of course, his partners are going to be around. And for you guys just joining us, guys, once again, yeah, they're all in the same squad, but essentially every fight they get into is going to be a 2v4 situation.
Every fight. I mean, you're playing squads, and usually, especially when you come down to this, bottom 17 players that are left on the board, I mean, everybody's going to be playing together just because they're going for the W. Not everybody's going for as many kills as they can, right? So you're going to be running into those full squads. What I thought was interesting is that he took the shield pot instead of keeping the 2 med kits that he had. Is that something you guys usually do strategy-wise?
Shields over heals.
Yeah.
Shields over heals, yeah. I feel like
I'm
that's
the same
a terrible
way.
idea for a lot of people. Who
Much
take fall damage.
faster. You get that full 100 if you got 2 of those bad boys.
100%.
And doing that full 9-second,
Right.
Hey, could you just give me a second while I bandage this?
Yeah. No, definitely should. I mean, and that's why a lot of people, too, they'll opt for the minis versus the half pots, because it's just how quick you can consume them, especially in later games, right? You're in those quick gunfights. You're not going to be able to sit there and just drink a chug jug or take your med kit, right? So those little minis definitely come in. And you see now the current score 8-10. So with Dr. Lupo and Tim, they're still going to be leading by 2 kills, but still, we have 9 more engagements left, or at least 9 more potential kills for King Richard and Ninja to pick up here. And they've been playing really solid. I expect coming into the second round, it's going to be relatively close. I do expect Ninja and King Richard to be ahead of the game here, but nonetheless, the second round is going to be a bit hairy for both of them. So I could see another conservative break for either of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going in right at 10-10, I mean, once again, there's no point in risking it unless your teammates are super far ahead. I'd rather not, you know, die immediately when we're only down by 1 kill going into the second match.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised that they opted to leave the jetpack behind. I really figured this team of any team would be the one to take the jetpack and push on with it. But
we just talk about the meat popsicle donation that's over there.
The meat popsicle.
What a name for a bit donator off Ninja's stream.
You definitely find a plethora of people out there donating. But hey, it's a donation. Hey, gotta support the streamers, right?
Absolutely.
Good old meat popsicle there. But nonetheless, they're looking pretty solid. You know what I want to say? I want to see if Ninja can get nasty, and I say nasty after that.
He's so good with the hunting rifle.
The hunting rifle.
He's insane with it.
He's insane.
Yeah.
I suck with it. All right. I'm not. I know, Allie, you're not a fan of it yourself.
Predominantly PC
really
or console
not.
player.
PC.
What do you?
PC.
Okay. Yeah.
I use PC, and I don't know. It's just a better thing for me. Of course, we do have some console player. You're a console player.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
Even if I was playing on PC, a lot of the time I'm using a controller, and yes. Sometimes there's a sincere disadvantage for me with building.
Yeah.
But that just goes on preference. Of course, I mean, you're going to see Ninja every time I spot him with that hunting rifle. Pretty much anybody that's good at sniping in general in this game, it's so impressive. You get it in their hands, and you're just waiting for something exciting to happen.
This is another thing that Ninja's incredibly impressive with is the grenade launcher. I don't know how he does this, but he can angle these grenades to hit anywhere he wants to. He's fantastic with it. So watching him, the master of the grenade launcher in this battle, is crazy. And
it looks like they've taken the lead here, at least for game 1.
Easy, you know, no sweat, dirt off their shoulders. Like, this is just another day for them.
Now they're in a 2v2. I mean, scars galore. We're going to go ahead and see how King Richard ends up trying to take it out. Ooh, the other team's not even aware of where they're at on the map yet.
No, King Richard, he takes a little damage, no worries, but he's so nasty with that sniper. And if you guys actually go and check out our YouTube at UMG events, you can see the top 5 where King Richard picked off the head of one guy. He predicted him correctly. Yeah, he built up a wood fort, but nonetheless, you couldn't. I mean, just totally had no idea that he was going to pop up there, but King Richard somehow knew, and he managed to get it, and it's showing with the overall skill. They've managed to come back. Of course, it could have been such a different story. It would have been 10-10, right? It could have been a much higher lead for Dr. Lupo and TimTheTatman if they wouldn't have went down earlier in the game. But still, with that being said, at most they could be down as at least 2 kills going into the second
Absolutely.
one if they pick off these last 2.
Which isn't that huge of a deficit if you think about it. 2 kills
Not
would
at
be
all.
really, really easy to do,
Absolutely.
especially if King Richard and Ninja decide to get a little crazy this next round and maybe push things that they shouldn't, or
I mean, even if they
get
just
pinched
decide
in a
to
sticky situation.
to push this awkwardly.
Yeah. I mean, because
Let's have your shields.
if they don't play this out correctly, then yeah, they could just be tied at the end of this game.
Oh, you don't.
And they're flying at him. Wow.
You don't fly at Ninja.
That's
King
confidence
Richard
from the
like
other
that.
team.
That is confidence.
What are you
I need
doing?
whatever he's drinking.
Wow.
Please, sign me up.
King Richard's just waiting patiently. Look
There
at
we
this.
go.
Down.
This one knocked.
Come on, you don't jump. That's some confidence to be jumping
That
at Ninja
is
King Richard like that.
confidence.
And they are going to eat them alive. They're going in. They picked off. They knocked one,
Yep,
and
there
there's
it
the
There it is.
victory.
First
They're
game.
going to be up 12-10 going into the second game. So incredibly close, right? And this is what we expected from these guys, right? You have Ninja and Dr. Lupo play all the time. I mean, just basically brothers, right? They do streams together. They do charities together. Ninja's been teaching Dr. Lupo basically everything he knows, right? So this is some good stuff. And then, of course, you have TimTheTatman over there. I don't know if he took some fall damage. Maybe that's why he dropped. I don't know.
He didn't pick up the jetpack. I was very proud. He handed off the jetpack to Dr. Lupo.
And
he
why is he
said,
so?
maybe this time you should take this. But I don't think it had anything to do with their downfall. I think that maybe that had.
I think they just got squatted on, honestly,
No,
the way that it was
absolutely.
looking. I mean,
Yeah.
Tim was almost, it seems like he almost got completely BM'd because he was barely down to a sliver of health by the time that Lupo was trying to rotate back to hopefully get to him. So I think it's just one of those scenarios where you're like, I'm just going to build my castle inward and hopefully nobody kills me while this is happening.
I also think it's really terrifying in that situation because all that's on your mind is that's my only teammate against all of these squads.
Yeah.
So you're constantly thinking like, I need to get him up. I need to get him up. Like I need to revive him. And I feel like that's terrifying in this type of a tournament that's outweighing
Sure.
the kills in your mind. And
Sure.
that's,
I feel like it's trippy going in with a full squad and not Like if you go down and your teammate goes down, you're in my mind. There's like a sliver that's like, oh, I can get revived. No, I can't. It's over with. It's over with.
Slowly dwindles, and then your soul is just.
And that's the thing, you know, and you're going to see so much more action, right? Especially if you just started watching these. You know, this has been going on for 3 weeks. We just started these. But nonetheless, I mean, just so much more action that we're going to see. So many different strategies as we head into Game 2. And one of the things, too, that we haven't seen yet that we didn't get to see, that's quite common. We didn't get to see it this time. But normally the teams will meet up with each other to kind of steal kills from each other, right?
And normally, like in a 2 versus 1 situation on the team, the solo player will go over to the team of 2 and try to steal their kills, try to sabotage them. Yeah, cherry pick. They'll try to go over there and cherry pick some of their kills because that's the easiest way to do it, because then you have 2 teammates that are actually taking fire for you.
Sure.
And then you can pop up whenever you notice that their heals are gone or that they're shielding or something and jump in and steal the kills.
Yeah, there was a point in one of our top 5s that you can see on our UMG Events YouTube where I believe it was Hamlin's, TSM Hamlin's. He was playing with Daquan. They ended up finishing 2nd place, but they were playing against a team, and I believe it was Typical Gamer and Sore Thieves who won the tournament. It was for the championship, and there was a time where Hamlin's literally did all the work, which, by the way, hashtag all the work Ninja out there and Dr. Lupo. But he did all the work, and then all of a sudden we saw Typical Gamer come through and just steal the kill with literally 1 round from an AR, so it can get pretty dirty.
I love this play. Underground immediately.
This is crazy,
Usually
right?
nobody pushes it. I mean, Tomato Town's one of my favorite places to land on the entire map, and then obviously rotating here to see what lucky loot that we can get. But, I mean, my goodness, man, they're going to go over there to Tomato Town and hopefully just immediately get into an engagement.
With a minigun. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's scary.
That is incredibly scary to start off the game. I think a pistol and a minigun
well, he's
so far.
He's going to opt out
Yeah,
of
but that blue revolver
He
is
also-
a low-key firepower. I love having that thing in the back
Definitely.
pocket. I actually prefer a deagle over a sniper rifle most of the time, and I feel like that blue revolver is a nasty piece. I mean, you get a 1-tap and then switch over to that AR, they're going to be down pretty much instantaneously.
Maybe it's my eyesight. I feel like I have to have the sniper. I have to zoom in as far as possible. And I'm probably still looking at my monitor, squinting with all my
put on
might.
these bifocals before this gunfight.
Yes, I do. And then, you know, I just have to get as close as possible. This is something you were talking about earlier.
Yes, it was.
Ninja loving the lucky landing.
He loves it. It's good loot. Typically, you'll get a couple of engagements there, but ultimately it should be easy picks, as we just saw, right? He got a couple of knocks there. We see King Richard already picking up 1 or 2 kills there. And, no!
Tim goes down instantaneously. That beautiful beard is out of the game already. It's okay. Lupo
reminds me of like
still got a chance.
An exotic Viking sometimes with just how he looks, right? TimTheTatman he's my boy. I've known him for years, man. He's a great guy. Great guy.
I think he looks like the Hound from Game of Thrones.
The Hound from Game of Thrones.
When he takes his hair down, yes. Have you seen
I wish
that?
I had his hair.
Oh my gosh.
It's all
his
bald
hair is
underneath this
awesome.
hat. It's all bald.
It's awesome. It
Oh,
just breaks my heart. No, Tim, please.
well, we'll see what Dr. Lupo has in his back pocket. He's still going to be up. I mean, hey, we've seen Ninja come through against one of the best teams, FaZe, right?
Yeah.
And he came through with 23 kills, and he managed to almost narrowly take a win. I believe they ended up tying it going to Game 3.
And Ninja and Richard are looking at, what, a 6-kill lead now overall? I mean, that's not really unbeatable for Lupo if they happen to just get into a bad situation, into a gunfight.
He's in a fight right now, though, and he does go down. And
I jinxed him. It was the caster's curse.
That is the caster's curse.
I'm sorry.
I've seen it. Legion. Come on, man! You just came
I was
here.
bringing the good juju for the squads here today. I'm sorry,
man. That is going down already in the tournament. But of course, that's something I kind of expected, to be quite honest with you. Ninja and King Richard was at least my favorite coming into this tournament. The only reason being is because just Ninja's an animal. King Richard, of course, he can totally complement Ninja's play style. Absolutely, both of them know how to snipe. They're very versatile players as well. Dr. Lupo and TimTheTatman, they're great players too. But if I just had to say, Ninja and King Richard probably had a little bit of an edge, as we just saw. But nonetheless, the game is, in fact, going to be over, and hopefully we'll be getting into another one. But, hey, maybe you're sad Dr. Lupo and TimTheTatman are out. Don't be sad. Still got the loser bracket.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Another chance, no problem. Tim hopefully won't go down in the first 45 seconds of the drop.
I feel like
I know that feeling. That's
we're
me.
cursing him.
That's
all
always
there is
me.
to it.